Okay, guys, so in this one we are going to add the ability to see suggested jobs. James Bond, I added a couple jobs for him, VP of Sales and 007. But in this one we are just going to pull off of those two. Of course, you could always add more instances and try it out yourself. So let's jump into Komodo Edit. Let's make sure your profile views are open. Also, as well as your match models. So make sure you have match models open, and then all. So our profile all. So in views, or excuse me, in models, we're going to add another manager here, and we're going to call it def.user_matches, and it's going to take the self and user instance. So we will first declare matches equaling to nothing. And if self.filter from user equals user count is greater than 0, then we're gonna do object equaling to match dot filter. Oops, I don't want all of object, just obj. There we go. Object dot match dot objects dot filter from user equals to user, and then we'll do for ABC in object, because remember, when we do a filter, it's going to do a list instead of one single item. If ABC.toUser is not equal to user, then we will append matches the list with the ABC to user. All right. Then we're basically going to copy this exact same thing and put it right below and change this to user, and then to user, and then down here it's going to be from user, and outside of everything we're going to return matches. Okay, so this is pretty self-explanatory. We're going to take the user in, and then we're going to check to see if there are matches on one side. If there are, then we're going to append them to matches. And then we're going to do it if there's matches on the other side. We are going to do the same thing and append it to matches, as long as it's not the user that's being passed through. So in our in our views, we are going to go in here and do matches equals to match dot objects dot, we want it to be user matches, and then the user, we're going to do request.user. Make sure you pass that through. So that's going to give us matches. So then in our all, we can do underneath here, let's just see matches. Let's see what that does. And we'll go home. And it shows one user, James Bond. Okay, cool. So he's a match. And now we'll go through those matches and go for user in matches. And for. All right, so we know that we're not just going to go through the user, so we need to go for job in user.jobset.all. We're going to do job.position at job.employer in job.city. And then we'll put a break there. And we'll add another in4. I'm going to tab this in and then tab this in just so it's a little cleaner. Okay, save that. Let's jump back into Chrome. Cool, looks like we have some job listings actually there. Sweet. So I'm actually going to clean up this now. So let's do div class equals column large 6 pole left. Make sure we move that div down, and we'll put an h1 tag here, and we'll just call it users. Then we can copy this as well. Oops, we want to copy that. And we'll pull this right. And we'll call this jobs. Might as well put jobs into a list just so it's a little bit cleaner. And there we go. So we have users and we have jobs. Maybe we could call it suggested jobs. Great. Now, of course, if we added more people and they became matches, then we would have more jobs listed here. And we will have to get to a point where we kind of flag jobs or say like, not relevant or something like that, which is something we'll work towards. But if you look here, like 007 at MI6, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that's a job that I'm actually like qualified for. So I would probably put that as a down job. Now, of course, it would be an amazing job, but again, it's probably not realistic. And or it's probably just a fake job. So we would want something to actually flag those things. Now, VP of Sales at Automax. I don't know why James Bond decided to leave MI6 to go work at Automax in Newport Beach, but you know, maybe it's one of his retirement stints. Anyways, so that is suggested jobs. Of course, we could clean a lot of this stuff up because as you may notice, the suggested jobs are coming from matches. So we might need to be a little bit more rigorous about matches other than just if they go on there, they will become a match, which is not always true. So we might have to get a little bit smarter about that. So we will do that in the next